And this is our usability test that we conducted on the following 3 websites. So we did Beyond Blue, we both did that one, and then I did Uber and Bronson did Metro Trains. So on this page, as you can see, these are all our users. So we have a quite variety of users in regards to age as well as geographic location. So we have some people from rural areas and some from Geelong, which is an urban area as well. So it's really good to see how these different users would use it against their location. So you can just read through it and then... My scenario for the Beyond Blue website is you're having trouble sleeping lately, so you go to the Beyond Blue website to seek advice and help to improve your current sleeping patterns.
For the Beyond Blue website, my scenario was to assume that you have a friend who is suffering from depression, so you decide to go to the Beyond Blue website to find some information about the issue for yourself. You would also like to try and find some ways in which you could possibly help your friend, and finally locate some contact details in case you or your friend would like to get in touch.
So my first impressions of the Beyond Blue website is that it's well structured and set out. The blue tones in the background portray a sense of calmness, and the elements of orange, pink and purple make the site feel less clinical and intimidating, adding that elements of fun. And they also have constructed the site really well for how complex the topic is.
My overall impression of this website was how simplistic and easy to navigate it was, using the taskbar to find essentially everything through only 1 to 2 clicks. Similarly, I found the overall colour scheme very inviting and can see how important this is for the website's target user, where they can easily come onto the website without feeling intimidated.
So as you can see on this slide, this is our users' results. So overall, our users found it pretty well to use. There was a couple within the older generation that did struggle with the tasks. Andrew in particular, he found it very confusing. He just wanted to speak to it. He has trouble spelling, so he found that very hard to actually get to the point where he wanted to get. But the younger generations were able to complete my tasks.
All my users found very similar results. The eldest in my group of users found the website pretty challenging to use, but I think that was mainly because of their inability to use the technology, whereas the rest of the users found this website really easy to use. The navigation and their overall satisfaction was really good. Using mainly only the taskbar to get to everything, they completed the task very quickly.
As you can see presented, we have stats on navigation, satisfaction and the completing of the task. So most people were able to complete the task. There was just a couple that couldn't or just completed it. And the satisfaction is pretty spread out, and the navigation reflects that, the same as the satisfaction.
Both the navigation and satisfaction were rated pretty highly. Most of our users found the website really easy to navigate and were satisfied with their ability to use the website and how effectively designed the website was.
So our overall recommendations for the site is to have a pop-up chat that allows you to speak to a human. I found with the older users, they just wanted to speak to someone to get to where they needed to be instead of having 2,000 results pop up and getting overly whelmed with it all. And then it's also having the search bar into the middle of the page so it's more visible. I had one user that spent 5 minutes trying to find the search bar, so that's those two.
In addition, some of our users recommended that the tabs at the page were more coherent and easy to read. I think they found the tabs had a lot of options popped down and kind of found it really complicated to actually find what they were looking for, even though everything they could have were looking to find was through the taskbar. A few of our users also wanted the ability to speak to the search bar. A few of our users have trouble spelling and really thought it'd be a good idea if they could use voice control to search things throughout the website.
So the second site that I tested was Uber. My scenario for it was you're going from Little Creatures in Geelong to Wampon Shopping Centre, and before you go onto the website to see the approximate cost of this ride. My first impression of the site is it's very simplistic and straightforward. The images make the site visually appealing and friendly by having people smiling and happy. It's very modern and fresh and is just the 2 tabs are just very simple, straightforward, to the point with just ride and drive. So my user results after completing the task, they all found it very easy to use. especially my dad, who has trouble spelling. He was even be able to use it. He said that was just straightforward, simple, not as complex as compared to the Beyond Blue. And one of my other users, he found it really easy to use as well. He had used the app lots of times, and he said it was just as simple as the app. So my stats are really good. So everyone was able to complete the task. Everyone found navigation really simple. Satisfaction, there was just a couple users that just wanted to speak to the site. But other than that, it was really good. So after conducting the usability tests, my recommendations is just to have an option to speak to the website when entering in to and from locations. But other than that, it was really good to use.
For the Metro Trains website, my scenario was that you are catching a train to and from two specific train stations that had to find the right time from which to depart both stations. In addition, you want to try and find how much your fare should cost, how to pay, and finally locate some contact details in case you have any issues. My first impression of this website was initially it seemed very modern and simplistic. Everything seemed nicely laid out and had an overall urban feel to the design. However, I quickly found that the navigation was an issue where you got redirected to the Public Transport Victoria website, which we were then unable to redirect your way back to the Metro site. In addition, the public transport website was rather difficult to navigate and found it very confusing. The overall user results were rather negative, where almost all of the users got lost at some stage and found it very difficult to navigate and complete the task. One user was somehow able to find two separate train timetables for the same day, but had separate and different times, making it extremely confusing. The youngest of the users, however, found the website pretty simple, though this was from their experience using it beforehand. The other four users all had similar issues, finding the overall use of the website to be very frustrating and confusing. Here we have some statistics on the user's navigation, satisfaction, and the ability to complete the task. As you can see, only 40% were able to complete the task for the most part. The overall satisfaction was quite low, as well as the user's ability to navigate the website. The overall recommendations for the website was to be easily able to navigate between the Metro Trains and Public Transport Victoria website, since these two work together quite closely. Also, there was the recommendation of providing a calculator to find out how much fares cost that actually works and can actually be found on the website. In addition, to be able to make the train timetables more coherent and potentially add a search option which shows specific times for a specific train line rather than the entire timetable, making it very difficult to understand and find the correct times for trains. That is our usability test for these three websites.
Thanks for watching.